Hey y'all, come on in the room, come on in the room, come on in the room. We're right back. I told you we'd be right back. And we are back to cover the reunion, or excuse me, the finale and the reunion of Married at First Sight season 19. And honestly, y'all, the reunion was the best part of the whole season, in my opinion, because I finally feel like the truth was told. But Tyra, how are you? And are you ready to wrap this up? Are you ready to get done with Married at First Sight season 19?
Been ready because who y'all think y'all fooling? I just want to know how much they paid them people to get married in the first place. That's all I want to know.
If you saw my shorts, y'all, on Instagram or TikTok, I said the same thing. I said, what kind of funds were they? Were they certified funds? Did y'all get paid under the table? Was it a cute little bonus? With the questions that need answers. Questions that need answers. But now, Tyra, this is your second season of Married at First Sight. Now that you have under your belt, I want to know from you overall thoughts.
This is a far cry from that first one. I didn't think that it would hit so heavy just to change networks. Like, Lord, did the common sense go with it? Like, the last season was so entertaining, and not even just in a salacious way. You cared about the relationships, even the ones that you love to hate. Like, they gave something. I've never seen so many people sit, do, and talk about absolutely nothing.
Nothing.
There was such a lack of depth this season. There was nobody to root for. They were just here existing all in the space. And it's like they hired some people. Like, are you guys paid? Is anybody an actor? Is anybody aspired? Like, did y'all have some type of influence or a following beforehand? Like, where did they find you? What was the commitment to follow through? And what was the payment? Because there was no reason to be here. It was ridiculous, the way that they put these people together. Now, granted, them experts, they're not doing overtime to really put logical thinking into putting these people together who have some type of commonality. They want the mess too, but this was just bad. They were boring. They were boring. The show was boring. I didn't feel like we did anything exciting. Um, I felt like just even like the dates that they were on, the time that was spent, the conversations that were had, talking about the future, the past, the present, the whims of just getting married so quickly. It just was non-existent. It was that there was like a lack of chemistry. It just wasn't clicking, and I just didn't like it.
It was not good. It was not good. Now, and I even watched the Denver episode at Married at First Sight, which was the season before the last season, and that was gosh awful terrible. It really was. But this one, it felt like such low effort. I feel like all of the good footage that should have been shown, we got in small clips in the reunion. Like, why didn't we get to see after the thing? Why didn't we get to see any of that? I think this was a cost-saving measure. They chopped the season almost in half to do this, and it just did not resonate. I did not buy or believe in any of these couples. You know, every single time there's going to be somebody, at least one or two people that you absolutely are down for and root for. You want to see them win, right? Like, oh no, you're not going to play with him. Oh no, you're not going to play with her because she really came into this with pure intentions, good intentions. I honestly felt like there were no cast members this season that were healed or ready to embark on a journey like this. They were all jacked up, from the oldest to the youngest, the men and the women. It was not great, y'all. And I fear they've lost their way. I fear this might be the end of Married at First Sight. There are so many people saying, I'm never watching this again. And some people like the new format. And maybe if the new format had been executed well, I still am not a fan of this batch style drop for this type of show. I think we need to get to know them week over week. Now, does it need to be 30 episodes? No. But I don't think it should be as short as it was because we still didn't know. Half the stuff is off camera. At least last season, they off camera stuff. They was going to give us the behind the scenes with the captions. Like this what happened in the apartment after the camera crews left. We didn't get any of this. This was abysmal. I was really saddened by this season. Yeah, I don't have anything good to say. But anyway, now we're going to get into these couples, Tyra, because first in Married at First Sight history, in all 19 seasons, every single one of these couples said yes on decision day. Every single one of them said yes on decision day. So we will go couple by couple. We'll talk whatever we want to about decision day, which was really nothing. And then, of course, get into the details of the reunion couple by couple, starting with Belinda and Chad. Now, Mr. Chad is allegedly, as purported, in my opinion, an extreme alkie. I feel as though Mr. Chad deceived us all, honey, and it's a cautionary tale. A man with a little bit of charisma and a cute coin might fool you for a little while. You know what I mean? So, ladies, be on guard because Chad, we were like, Chad's the man. Who's the man? Strong, healthy, white man. We thought he was going to do something over here. And turns out, baby, he falling asleep with the liquor in his hand, Tyra. He cussing folks out. He said, F all y'all in this mother effer. He told the host of the reunion to shut up. If you shut up, I could talk. This man is out of control. And I'm not mad at Belinda for packing her raggedy duffel bag and heading up out of there. But again, Belinda didn't really let us in. She kind of gave us a little bit of tea in the reunion talking about her experience with her first husband and how he became volatile. You know, he was one way then and then another way later on. And she saw those signs in Chad. So that was an immediate red flag. But Chad wanted it his way or the highway. He said he's a military vet. He don't go to sleep at night and he's not sharing a bed with no damn dog. He's the alpha. Big dog in his house. And they just had a myriad of issues that were not, able to be worked through. So all the while they said yes on decision day, they're no longer together at the reunion. Tyra, talk to me about the devolving of Belinda and Chad. Were you sad?
Girl, Chad, do you want to go? You want to go, bruv? Isn't it? You want to go? Because we can go. Because who are you talking to? Don't talk to that black man like that down at the reunion.
He said, shut up.
That host, if you shut up and let me talk. Who the hell are you talking to, Chad? Have you lost your mind? A better man would have whooped your ass. But it's fine. This is TV. Disappointing. Disappointed. I was like, you know what? Homer Simpson, I see you. I'm here for Chad. Chad don't want no problems. Chad probably not, the most in-depth romantic man in the world, but he gonna treat you right and spin that bag, and he wanna lay back and be cool, and he's a funny guy. Absolutely not. All of that, I'm just over it. I'm about to quit. Cut them cameras off. I don't know how much more of this I can take. I'm just a man who want to just be home, and I want to go by my own rules. It was giving, I can't put up this facade too much longer. Mm-hmm. I don't know how long I'm going to be able to pretend for these cameras and for Belinda like I'm some type of guy. No, it's very my way or the highway because I am footing the bag. Mm-hmm. It's very that. That's why Chad was really giving who paid you because he did not want to be here. Mm-mm. Even that initial link up when they walked down, who the hell does this? Who does anything like this? I can't believe I'm here. Oh God. He never actually wanted to be there. And all of that, it was like he wasn't considering Belinda's feelings or how, forget this experiment. I don't care. I'm over. I'm walking up. You met me here. Don't I matter? Doesn't the way he was talking rude and spicy to that team? Who? The fact that we would allow it for what? Like, baby, if you don't want me, then don't talk to me. If you want to go, just go, Chad. Nobody's forcing you to be here. That's why it's like if you're a vet and the cute corn in the bag, like what do those contracts look like? Why are you sticking around if you hate it so much? It did not give, I want to get back to me and being on my own time. That moment, whatever that episode was where they asked him that question, like, how are you feeling about Belinda? Or what have you learned about yourself? And it's, oh God, all this pressure. It's just too much. Shut up. What is wrong with you? This is somebody who was not TV ready. He, not even, just TV ready. I don't think he was ready for this experience. And just getting here, it's like, oh, not only do I actually kind of hate this, but I don't like being on anybody else's schedule. I like to get up and go. I gotta get up and be on camera. Yes, that's what you signed up for. He was on here talking like he didn't know what this was. Oh yeah, I watch it all the time. Can you believe we're here? I didn't know. I never thought I'd be here. You know what it is. You know what you signed up for. And then poor Belinda here. Belinda was just here. Belinda felt like she too, what was the check like? Like they propositioned, like, oh yeah, so your mom's single? She looking for somebody? Because we want to do a little flip this season and have, an older couple on and just extend that bridge to older couples and older people. Yeah, let's talk to your mom. Let's see what that is. She's like, okay, well, cool. She really didn't give us a window, even the experts, because it seems like she was really coming from a toxic, another, man, I'm young, marrying my high school sweetheart, I have my babies early, but since he is the one making all the money and taking care of us, vary the culture here, I need to, just be seen and be quiet and take care of everything, and I don't have an opinion, and then you do get volatile. If it's that, we would have paired her with someone like Chad, but you did. Mm-hmm. And acted like it was supposed to be some type of kissing situation. We didn't get a whole lot with her. Maybe there was some other stuff left on the room floor because we only gonna give you this amount of episodes in this little of time. But these people, they weren't meant together. I already thought Belinda needed someone a little younger anyway, and still a little, not so much outside, but just for her to be out and experience, because it seems like she spent so much time raising her children and being resigned there. But now that I'm out, I don't want to go back in the house and be controlled by a bald white man. Why would y'all put me over here with him? This little front here, the bag ain't worth it, Chad, if you're disrespecting and talking to people any kind of way. And I was happy Belinda chose herself, because if you would talk to them like that, what's going to happen off camera when you talking to me?
That's what I'm saying. Anything. She's like, I don't like the way you treat people. You're disrespectful as hell. And again, if he'll do it to them, he'll do it to you, sister. I knew Chad was officially on that BS when he said, yeah, I need to be close to the gym. Chad. Why are you lying? Unprovoked, sir. I hated that. But no, Belinda gave an update. She is currently dating someone. I think they said they've been dating for some months now. She's very happy. Chad over there just looking miserable. He does look like he lost a little bit of weight, because that is his reunion look. He might now actually have gone to the gym, but when he said it, he didn't mean it, because there was you wasn't going to no damn gym, Chad. Stop the lies and the foolishness. But yeah, I mean, I'm sad he was terrible, but I had a feeling. You've been married 4 times. That's not for nothing. You were probably running over them ladies. Now she got 2 books she's trying to sell. What?
That's
Oh, Lord have mercy. Everybody got a scam, got a something. Easing on down the road. Let's get over here to Megan and Derek. This was the upset and the shock of the night for me, honey. Not that they stayed together. We knew she was preggers. They were nesting, all of the things. But when we get to the reunion, this is another couple that did not stay together. Trigger warning for like lost and all that stuff, just if you don't want to hear it. But she lost the baby. And a couple days later, honey, he broke up with her by the phone, said he don't love her no more, and he's done with her, and packed his raggedy duffel bag a week later and moved out on her, and then didn't talk to her since. Haven't talked to her since he took his raggedy duffel bag and left. She's very emotional. This was her first pregnancy. I really hate that they announced it so young. I do think you're supposed to wait till you're kind of out of the danger zone. I think especially at her age, since she is considered, an older mom, in those, in this instance. But it was just really sad. And I know Megan's a live wire, and I know she was probably over there giving Derek hell and high water, pregnancy hormones on top of the person that she was. But I do think there's a way that you handle people as a man. I think there should have been a conversation face to face, explaining all of this, and then doing whatever you needed to do. But it's a coward's way out to do text somebody or call somebody on the phone and say it's over, especially not being sensitive to the fact that you guys just lost a child. Like that's the part for me. Was this going to work out forever? I didn't think so. I thought y'all were going to stick and stay because of the baby. When that went out the window, I figured, but I did think Nicolas Cage was going to do better by her. I really did. I thought he would have, bowed out respectfully, had a tried to have a respectful conversation with her. But yeah, he left. He called her on the phone, Tyra, and told her it was over and he don't love her no more. What did you think of this revelation and these two?
Is it wrong that I question whether or not she was ever pregnant and this was all for TV? With this show, I just really don't know. A lot of this felt contrived because it was such a boring season and nobody was giving anything. That was maybe the most shock and awe of all the episodes. Like, what, pregnant? Like, but you guys just met, and what does that mean? You don't like each other. Your hair is uneven. You don't really care for one another. She's mean as hell when you ask her the simplest of questions and want more out of her as far as conversation and depth. Like, now you're pregnant. Not just like it became like an instant like pre-shotgun wedding, and now I have to really commit and follow through because she has a baby, and it just seems really convenient that we got here, and it's like, oh, I lost it. I would hope not, with how serious that is and how it affects so many women not being able to carry their children to full term. But I just question it here. And if that is, their shared experience, respect, and I feel so bad. I'm sure that it hurts some serious to lose a baby. But just with this show, I don't 100% believe that that's what was going on. I just don't. I could be wrong though. I'm, and it's bad to say, like, I'm glad that they aren't. Like, it's just hard to share on their experience, and kind of, it was like they were going to make it work because she was pregnant. And now I owe it to myself and my unborn seed to just really drive it home when they were so unhappy before, when she was so disrespectful before, when they were literally having conversations about background noise. It's like they weren't doing or saying anything. He couldn't say and utter much without her. Oh, just get away from me. I just need my space. Why would you say that to me? I just, like, it just didn't give anything. And it felt like no matter what he did, she just wasn't going to be there. And then she was going to find a problem. But then it's like, well, we're having a baby, and then we're instantly nesting and considering options. When the previous episode, we were just arguing about why would you tell your friend and confiding your friend about how many or what kids I didn't want to have. You didn't talk to me first. And it's like, well, you're giving that you don't actually want them. Like, I'm just trying to, it just was kind of up and down. But once we got here at this reunion, the Derek that we got on the show to get here, and it's like no F's given. Like, it's like you never cared.
Mm-hmm.
It was just such an instant like disconnect. Like, okay, the show's over. I don't have to extend that to you anymore.
I'll take it.
It's just like the man that we know that the little bit of time we spent with him, it just seems like that's something that he wouldn't do. So to get here, I just really question the motives and what was really going on here. She seemed genuinely hurt and, giving her emotions and crying about the loss, and really just, how even if we weren't going to be together, you just left. Like, what about me, Hoppo? And he's just like, yeah, I got a new woman. She wants kids and everything. Like, I'm going to get what I want. And you weren't going to have my herd of children. I got somebody who wants those things. And she's just sitting here visibly hurt. Like, that just doesn't match up to me. I'm hurt about their experience, but I can't say that I'm not glad that they aren't together. They never needed to be together for who we met them as and what they wanted out of partners. And we didn't need to just make fetch happen just because we were going to have a baby.
Yeah. I mean, first of all, they look like brother and sister. Come on. Come on. Come on. They looked like, like they were kin to one another. But outside of that, I really do. I believe that she really was pregnant. And I believe that, I do because, and I'll say this because, especially in the reunion, she had a flat affect unless she was mad the entire time that we saw her on the series. She was visibly shaken. Like, this vein in her forehead was out to here. So, like, it really felt to me like she was grieving the loss of a child. Cause I mean, you didn't know him for nothing but 8 weeks. Let's be honest. Like, let's be honest. Like, y'all trying to make it like, I was so in love. I was so in love. It's been 8 weeks. Like, come on. This is the problem with the format this year. We don't get enough time to see these people to really suss them out, because he didn't just stop caring all of a sudden. There was stuff he was doing off camera, or footage that they decided not to air, that would have shown us kind of more of who he was. Because honestly, he seemed like the level-headed, I just want to understand. There had to be a switch or something else that didn't click, that we just didn't get to see. And I think that's the problem with it. Again, I never saw it for them anyway. I didn't see it for them since the honeymoon.
No. What was that moment? And what were they on? Was it? What wasn't a canoe? Was it surfboards? Or
Yeah,
they? Yeah.
definitely.
From that moment, it was just too much, and all we got at the who's gonna say yes? And it's just like, oh, we're having a baby, and we have all those hugs, and it's like, yeah, you guys are definitely gonna follow through because she's with child. And then we get to the reunion, and he couldn't give a damn.
Not a single damn. And then had the nerve to say, the audacity to say, yeah, and I hope you find what I found one day, Megan. Somebody that you can love. I was like, you are hell in the wheels. That was terrible. These men were really trash. At the end of the day, this just isn't how you treat people. Speaking of trash, Jaylen and Josh, she ended up going to Burning Man in the orgy tent with this man, ass out, okay, in the dirt, just looking dusty, dirty, and dingy at Iron Man. A couple months later, they're on vacation. He breaks up with her. She begs him back. Don't break up with me here. Let's go home. Go home. He breaks up with her, puts her out the same night. Get your stuff, and get out. Said, pack your stuff. I'm not happy. I just bought a motorcycle and a boat and a new car, and I realized that when I'm unhappy, I make impulsive decisions. You're just not the one for me. I don't like you, honey. Hired a new assistant. Says she was 40, because 40's out the boundary, but she was really 20. And Jaylen said, "Are you sleeping with her?" He said, "No." You said, "Are you effing her?" Yeah, I said it. Are you screwing her? Are you effing her? And then, from there, it just devolved. She said she had no clue, that she was completely blindsided by this, but feels as though he just wants the new shiny thing that's going to make him feel good in the moment. A man with an ass that fat, I don't necessarily believe ever really wanted Jaylen. Also, we find proof of him and another woman in the club, video evidence that they done sent to her, because apparently she got friends all over Austin that be frequent in the nightlife and know where this dude resides. She gave the ring, and that's a fool. Because ain't no way I'm giving you back the Rock of Gibraltar. I earned this. All right. I'm keeping this. I might pawn this, or I might put it in a safe for a rainy day, because who knows what the future holds. But there's no way I'm giving you the ring back when you dissolved this relationship. Tyra, talk to me about Jaylen and Josh. Were you surprised? We knew he had issues from his past, but again, we didn't get to see him play out because we didn't get enough time with these people.
We didn't. Like, it was little webs and flows of something's off, because they would have all of those obnoxious laughing doty moments, and I just love my husband, everything's so great, and oh, you're the most beautiful one I've ever seen, I just love you. And then the moment she doesn't want to do something he likes, it's an issue that does not get dropped, or he's trying to push her into, oh, come on, we're going to go to the rainforest and see the monkeys. Yeah, I don't want to do, yeah, we're going.
Yeah,
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. Come on. Now we're in the proper shoes. It's fine. It's fine. We're just going to go up there. Just steady pushing. I have never seen someone focus so much on something as trivial as Burning Man. It was doing that all about Burning Man. It was like, well, hey, if you don't go to Burning Man with me, all of the other adventurous things I like, I don't know how we're going to make it. What? What was the give and take here? For it's like, oh, okay, well, you can do Burning Man. For me, I do Blink Blink. It was like, no, it's Burning Man or bust. It's like, what? Why is that so important to you? But and then I found out, I was like, you went after all of that. You packed your duffel bag and you went to Burning Man. She was really committed. So I was trying. I knew Josh was doomed when you lie about absolutely nothing. When you tell small lies that you didn't have to, and then lie,
unsolicited.
you didn't even do that. You're lying about nothing.
Nothing.
Strange bird. Strange pigeon. Strange bird. Like all of the little lies, the little white unnecessary lies, of course they turn into big ones. Immediately it gave, who are you and what are you hiding? Because you're lying about nothing. and she would just kind of explain him away and take what he had to offer as far as excuses. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I don't know what I was thinking. You're a liar. You're a manipulator. You're not who you saying you are or what you're presenting on this show. It seems like everybody just kind of arrived here with a mask. And what does it really say about you? You could maintain a lie for 8 weeks. You could pretend for 8 weeks. You could be cute with me for 8 weeks. It was just seething underneath that you were trashed that bad and a liar that it just had to seep out. And you told me that the sky was green when it was blue the whole time. Yeah, I don't know why I lied about that. I don't know what I was thinking. Yeah, all of that, and then just the him trying to be outside. I mean, if y'all don't want to be married, you don't want to be married. That's okay. This man didn't want to be married. The whole motorcycle and the impulse buying, and you wanted her to get out of your face and out of your space so you could do you. If you were having second thoughts, whatever it was, that's fine. But don't sit here and gaslight and lie to me, and stop fighting for ninjas who don't want you.
Talk about it, and we're gonna get to that.
I'm getting out of here. I'm not doing this with you. But clearly some people here wanted to be married and some didn't.
Some didn't. He definitely was not one who wanted to be married. I think he's trying to fulfill some holes from his childhood, because you don't just glaze over that. His mama being in prison and, not being present, being raised by his granny, like all those things tie into it. Just like we didn't get into Chad's history with his wives, just like we just didn't get enough time with these people to really suss them out. I hate it. Over here to Mr. Pat and Rhonda. Now, Mr. Pat told truth on decision day. He said she's hell. Damn it. I feel less than. I feel like I can't be myself. I feel like I'm not listened to. All those things. And he's ready to say no on decision day. Or so we think. Rhonda comes in there like, I never wanted you. Yeah, I'm frustrated, but I never wanted you to feel like you wasn't heard. Mind you, we had this conversation last week that we had to listen to all over again. So ultimately, he decides he wants to stay together. And Rhonda says, well, I'm not sure now that I want to stay together since he just changed his mind. He was so, but I'll go ahead and say yes, and we'll be fine, right? Come to the reunion, they're not together either. She said it made her coochie dry that he changed his mind on decision day, that he's less than a man. She can't get behind that. That don't make her wet. Okay, and he said, listen, I can't deal with this crazy without any coochie. That's never gonna work for me. She made this man wait 10 days. He said he came in that room and said, I want a divorce. My divorce, I want it. Because what you would never do is be crazy and I'm not getting anything out of this. That's all I took from it. Rhonda's still hell. Rhonda was hell on that couch, mean, nasty, and surly, but she looked good in her outfit. This was the best I ever seen her look in this black number. I thought she looked adorable, but just mean and nasty on the inside. And Mr. Pat's just like, I need to love myself more. I really do. I think he just really wanted a replacement for that wife he'd had for all those hundreds of years. I think he wanted a companion, someone to screw, someone to spend time with without all the drama. It really seemed like he just wanted a relaxed, chill, elder life. And I think she's so neurotic. Like she was just so, high strung. It was worrisome. But Tyra talked to me about it and her dry coot nanny. She said, I can't perform.
Why they couldn't find Pat a nice older lady from your local bookstore down at the library? Glasses about here. She don't do much. She go to the supermarket. She cooks dinner and she watches late night television, cuddle up with a nice glass of wine, and they talk about their day. That's all Pat wanted. That's all he wanted. You gave him this goddamn Hellcat SRT. Get her out of here. This Pat was really the one that I was like, okay, what did they give you guys? You couldn't tell me that he was gonna say yes. There was no reason to. All of that, it's one thing for the you hate me, you don't value me, you don't like me, you're not listening to me. Did you hear what I said? Repeat it back. Me. Talk about me. Are you listening to me? Didn't you hear about my dead dad from 100 years ago? Girl, we don't care. We about to be laying next to him and you wasting time. Girl, we old. She was getting on my nerves. She was getting on my nerves. That's one thing. All that gaslighting every single time he decides to choose himself and consider walking away. Well, I didn't mean it like that. I do. There are you do have some good qualities that I appreciate. Them raggedy ass experts sitting there gaslighting Pat. well, let's just take a moment and think about the good. Because if you focus on the bad things, it's
That's
all
what
bad.
I'm
Let's think about
saying.
some of the good things and the things
There's
that you
no
like
good.
about each other. It's all bad.
All
It's
bad.
all freaking bad. And they said yes. Why? Why? This was not that. Pat needed a certain kind of woman. And Rhonda, I don't think Rhonda needs a man that comes and goes on her time and a therapist to listen to her hours on end. A permanent husband, she doesn't want that. The moment they got off that island, it was like, okay, we're going back home. I don't know if I want anybody in my space. What about my space? Oh, this is just kind of too much. Why aren't you listening to me? Do you care about me? What about me? He's just not a conversationalist. I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with him. He doesn't know how to hold. He's not retaining information about all my years on this earth. Girl, get a life. We're not here for that. We're trying to create new memories, and you're lingering in the old ones that nobody wants to hear about but a dog. It was just too much. It was too much. I'm glad that they aren't together, but I don't know why Pat would choose to stay somewhere where he's demeaned and disrespected, and why Rhonda would even consider when she already felt like Pat was less of a man and he didn't care about her and she wanted to be chosen all while. Like, baby, nobody's gonna be your superhero. She just had too much and demanded too much, and you damn sure not gonna get it cussing me out. Girl,
No,
no.
absolutely not. And no coochie on top of that.
Girl, then she reduced. I don't think I'm like, ma'am, not you reducing it, just the coochie. I think Pat was tired at that reunion. Like, girl, I'm not finna argue with you. We know what was happening. Oh, then I wouldn't give him any. Then that just really turned me off. He wanted me every which way, and I told him no. And then that's when he got turned off and was just. Pat does not give me that he's reducing a relationship down. Girl, if you don't give me none, it's over. Like,
That's
no,
what she said.
that Pat gives emotional being where if all of these other needs are being met, do I want to have sex? Sure, but I just love you so much. And I'm just like, no, girl, you gonna be a menace to society and you holding out coochie? Girl, I'm getting out of here.
Out of here. ASAP. ASAP Rocky. Casey, feel God forbid they continue with this format for next
Oh,
season.
please don't do
Because
that.
at this point, if no, just no. Just no. I hope not. I really hope not. Pat needs someone who bakes him peach cobbler and watches his astronaut launches, walks in the park and picnics, and maybe a cruise or something. That's all he wants. That's all he wants. Pat's a good man. She's not gonna make me change my mind about it. He's a good man. He just needs a different woman. And Miss Rhonda, I don't know what goes on with you. Baby, like I said in the chat, I know a revenge body when I see one. And my girl Britney got in that gym. Do you hear me? She got in there. But what she did first was look for that man in the daylight with a flashlight, Tyra. Britney on decision day, he's, confident in his no. He gave her forewarning, and I respect that. I don't respect Will, but I do respect that because look what he got on. Not even a quarter zip, Tyra. Just annoying. His outfit annoyed me.
I see why you and Pat got on the same thing.
That's what I said. I said, are y'all twinning? Like, what are the men? What y'all got on? This is anyway. She come in here looking like a bombshell. Fine, big fine. But decision day, she's weepy crying. And when I tell you she sat up on them people's couch and begged him, she apologized. She begged. I just want my marriage. I never said that about you. You're a good man and I just love you. And I think about you all day, every day. And you're just so wonderful and so amazing and so loving. And I never meant to make you feel that way. Mind you, in his mind, he's already saying no. But he also said, I leave out of town today and I won't be back for 4 or 5 days. So if I go ahead and just say yes on decision day, I won't have to deal with it right now. You know what I mean? I won't embarrass this black woman. We can be just, whatever. So they both say yes on decision day. She thinks they're going to work at it. She thinks it's going to be amazing and they're going to go, the distance. We get to the reunion. Hell no. It was immediately no. He said, no, I'm done. I don't want you. I never wanted you. There's nothing that you can do about it. And she says, but baby, please. This lady wrote him a 4-page letter. He said that there was stuff left on his doorstep. The people at his apartment said that she was outside his apartment looking for him with a flashlight in the daytime. I said, now, Britney, have some decorum. Now, the only good takeaway I come out of this with Britney was Britney and Megan seem like they really have a great friendship. They in the gym together. Bodies, I can tell. But this was just sad. Even her up on this stage, she does seem a little bit, hopefully healed at this point. But I don't know because they still can't get it right. He says he had to be nasty, rude, and mean because she wasn't getting the hint. Okay. He said she called him one time She got crazy. He blocked her number, ain't talked to her since. He said, I had to block her. I had to block her. I couldn't deal with it. Him over there with his smug pink lips. Will knew he never wanted this lady.
Never.
You know what I mean? He said he had to be mean and nasty to not lead her on. No, you just needed to tell her the truth from the beginning so she wasn't constantly seeking validation because your words weren't matching up with your actions, sir. That's all that was. Also, besides the fact that she had some insecurity issues that were evident to the world, you just played on that. Will is not a good guy, and I hate that he thinks he's getting this good guy edit because it just is not for me. Britney looks amazing. I hope she gets the healing she needs before she enters anywhere else. She honestly had the audacity to open up her mouth to say she would do this process again. Tyra, talk to me about Will and Britney.
I don't want to see no more black women's here. I don't want to see him anymore.
She said she'd do it again, Tyra. She said sign her up tomorrow.
That dodo bird. She's not as healed. Or whatever she said, she's going to therapy. You know, I'm feeling better. She's not, because she wouldn't choose this for herself or anybody again. It's so embarrassing. Britney, big fine. Revenge body or not, even before now.
Yeah.
Big fine. The lack of self-love and confidence and all of this constant need for reassurance is so unattractive. You know what she said? Scary. She don't love herself. She don't love herself. Like, I hate to see that. And it's like, I need you to know who you are first. Will is Will. Will didn't want that lady at the altar. You could see it. The way he reacted, you can go ahead and read that one.
Oh, thank you, Rose's Bud, for the $10 super chat. They didn't have to show that clip of Britney asking him to stay. Pissed me clean off.
The way he reacted to seeing this woman come down the aisle, like you could see it. It's like, whoo, oh baby, yeah, she could. Mm-hmm. Oh, he's so fine. Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. And he was like, not exactly what I desired or wanted, but I can make, I can make it work. I can make it do what it do for the experiment. My issue with Will is we could turn on all this charm for strangers. Very approachable, likable, laughing, smiling, cheeky, if you will. As soon as they're alone, it's just dead lights. It's just Pennywise dead lights. Girl, he did not like her.
Not at all.
And I didn't like that, even though he's like, well, I had to be harsh so she could get the hint. I mean, be that as it may, there's that, but there was also you playing on the fact that she needed and desired so much reassurance from you, and she wanted to be chosen and desired. Like, do you love me, Daddy? And am I your baby? Do you care about me? Do you like having sex? Well, how was it? Like, well, how was the food? Well, how was the sex? How was your day? Girl, it could be a bit much, but I didn't think he did enough to turn. It was either like on 10 or all the way on 20, where it's like, well, if we're out, well, who said I love you? Not me. To who? Her? Hell no. What? Well, hold on. But back at the room, I don't know. Just like the social cues and recognizing where you're all doting and trying to pour into how, oh, you're just so great and I love you and I value you in this life and I just want to be married and my husband and you're just so handsome. Thank you. Like, what? What? All of that and him trying to give the illusion of him trying, because this could work. We could, but you're always, and she did have her problems, but you did a lot to assist in that. You didn't help this. It was this quiet gaslighting. This little low light, like, well, if I say it this way and I'm using this tone, I'm still a good guy. No, you're not, Will. We can see through your pearls. You're not. We know
through your lace and pearls. And yeah, he wasn't messing out on no cootenanny though, was he?
That's never a dilemma. We can have all of that, but we can still manage to sleep with someone, which is going to further feed into her delusion that you feel like she has, because it's like, if he didn't like me, then he wouldn't sleep with me. Like, this was trash. Looking as good as she looked at this reunion, to get here and found out you were outside in the dark with a flashlight all about Will in front of his apartment.
Crazy.
Are you out of your mind? Lady,
crazy.
I mean, if it was just giving something and it's like, girl, I get why you this desperate It's a good man, Savannah. We don't want to lose that because you need to work on your inner self and loving yourself before you get married. But I do want to hold on to this man. I do value him. There was nothing there. There was nothing there, and he didn't give you a whole lot all the way down to I ain't ripping up no lease on my apartment. I'm keeping my space. He was never gonna pour into you or give
Never.
you a damn thing. But you outside of the complex at the front office with a flashlight,
Multiple times she said.
and the way he looked, he was like, look, I know you're out there. The people told me at the managers down at the leasing, yeah, they told me you was out there. Get on this show and lie. You had your ass out there. Well, I may have, once or twice. You stalker,
Did you read the
stalker
letter?
much.
Did you read my 4-page letter? No, I didn't read it. No.
He's like, yeah, no, hell no. Like the stalking and the letter and the flashlight and the blocking. Whoa, are they vetting these people at all? I think the criteria needs to be more than can you breathe upright and are you attractive? Is that it? Are you meeting the criteria for age? Okay, yeah, we can pair you on the show. Are you even trying? Will was Will's energy back when we met him and he was having that conversation with his mother before they even walked. Like something was off with Will. This is another person. Even when he was engaging with his friends and his little besties prior, this is not somebody who wanted to be married. And if he did, it wasn't to her. And then we go through this whole charade. And then you have Britney, who is just clearly not okay, not with herself. Because if you love yourself, then it will reflect. It's just all like, I'm not desired. I'm never good enough. I need you to tell me. In the moment, it's any little infraction. Oh, God, I'm so. And then she's crying and whining and apologizing to him for what? Begging him for what? Girl, stand up.
And they said what this was her first real relationship. All her other relationships lasted just very short periods of time, and she just wanted marriage more than anything.
Absolutely. But why? That's not gonna fix you.
That's what she listen. That's what she said.
I don't know. I just wanted Britney to look as good as she looked. Girl, love yourself. She said she went to therapy and she's doing better. But it felt like on this stage, if Will said, "Yeah, girl, come on," she would have ran her ass over there with the quickness. Like,
I hope Megan's being the battery in her backpack because Megan ain't gonna let nobody run over her. So maybe being friends with her will help her out a little bit because I don't know. I'm like Brittany, you just fall for anything. Like, what are you doing?
I don't know. I just didn't get why we would be outside with the Duracell battery powered flashlight for this piece of a man.
I don't know either. And you have a father, Brittany. Was he there?
You have a father, Brittany. Him in this quiet, passive aggressiveness, this soft passiveness that he has. Well, yeah, I don't know.
Right.
I said what I wanted. I don't want to be with you. It's like, well, yeah, I'm just so sorry. And I didn't mean if I did anything to make. Yeah, can I have a moment? I need to walk away for a moment. Right.
Fine. Yes, I
Yes,
will.
fine. I'll do it. I'll stay with her. Whatever. I'll do it. Like, I don't know. He was waiting and counting the seconds until he was rid of her. But I don't think he liked her. And I just you can't tell me that he was fully desiring and just so attracted to Britney. I don't know what he wants, but I don't think it was her. He just never gave that. She was just there like a warm body. And if I can get some sex and have a good time while I'm here, that's fine too.
Yeah, that's what it feels like. And I hate that. I did have a last slide for the experts, but I don't even have anything to give them. Terrible, useless. What else could we even say about them? But Tyra, that was really Married at First Sight, season 19, the decision day and the reunions. 5 for 5. No one stayed. 5 yeses, but none of them stayed together. Peacock, Married at First Sight, Kinetic.
Now, I will say that clip from whatever the new season will be, it looked like they upped the coin a little bit. The dresses in the venues look a little better to me. The flowers look fresh, you know.
The rings still look cheap though.
Yeah, they give them cheap rings. That's just gonna be that. And then you hear them speaking on previous reality TV moments. I'm like, is this gonna be like an all stars type of thing? Like, who do you have here? Because it's just games like, hey, don't I know you from the? Have you been on other shows too? Like, is it gonna be like the people who tried and true here and didn't make it down and got a no, or is it gonna be
like a Bachelor in Paradise type situation? Yeah. Like they didn't last, and so now we're bringing them back.
Yeah, is it gonna be a crossover with other things? And it's just like, hey, you may know me from Love Is Blind and MTV's Blank and The Bachelor, and I'm here to they want to tap into the youth. That's what's happening here.
That's so raggedy. Nobody wants. That's not what this show is, though. This show is for people of a certain age that are really just, really desiring marriage, and I hate that. It'll ruin it, and that'll really make me be done with it. I don't have it to do.
Tap into the Love Is Blind and crossover, and just really, I think that's why they changed this format. This was very Love Is Blind for a format, and tap into that. I think Love Is Blind is Love Is Blind, and when they bought the rights, they should have just left the show exactly how it was. Now, do they like grind gears and slow roll some stuff, and we got 100 episodes, and then we're gonna have a after show with Keisha? Sure, but there's a middle ground that we did not find here. Hopefully, they find it with how they decide to do the next season.
Exactly. And those other shows, while some of them lead up to marriage, this is an actual marriage. It's not the same as dating someone. I feel like we need to have that full circle experience with it to do it properly. But hell, Love Is Blind and MAFS is by the same people. That Chris Coleon, whatever his name is, did both of these. But it's not the same, and you can't deliver it the same way or package it. They'll have to make some extreme changes for this to work for me in a season 20, because this is just crazy. But Tyra, let the people know what's going on with you and what they can expect for the rest of this week and next week, since it's a holiday. Anything exciting going on?
Child. Actually, don't make me curse. Tomorrow we will be getting into the latest episode of Grits. Grits is available on All Black Network. Be sure to check it out. Very good show. Can't wait to talk about this following episode. Saturday, we will be getting into the latest episode of The Braxtons. Hopefully, they're cooking. And yeah, just, stick around, keep your ear close to the street. There might be more things coming up. But yeah, I also think Friday we're getting to some fine men. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that is a Fine Men Live tomorrow.
Yeah, there's some fine men. So stay up for that as well.
Awesome. Well, guys, thank you so much for coming through. Thank you for supporting. This has been a raggedy season, so the lives have been a little bit raggedy and sparse. But hey, if they give me a real season, I'll do real reviews.
To know if we're gonna cover Ready to Love. Isn't that the Detroit thing?
I was not impressed with the first episode. I'll go back. I haven't watched since the first episode. I'll go back and get caught up and see if it's hitting on anything. We need something to fill up something, because there's nothing. There's not a lot out right now. But absolutely, if not, if anything, we'll do it in the Discord. So. Yeah. All right, guys. Thank you so much for supporting. Thank you for being here, and we will see y'all tomorrow. Good night.